Good evening, guys. It is 5:30 p.m., which means it's time for gist, banter, all that is trending and exclusive on social media. You're watching Afia TV Official on Afia TV. My name is Favor Obi'S, your official gist buddy, and let me be one of the people to wish you a very happy new month and, of course, happy Independence Day to Nigeria. See, Nigeria's birthday. Yes, I think it's Nigeria's birthday. Happy birthday to Nigeria. Happy Independence Day. Nigeria is 64 years old today. You know, I mean, a lot of people are saying different things. When you hear the age 64, you expect that, you know, a 64-year-old man or woman is established, you know, has money, is comfortable, you know, is reaping the fruits of their labor. 64 is above the age of retirement. So if you are 64 years old, there should be something to show for it. But Nigeria might just be 64 months old. I mean, with the way they were doing, I don't think it's up to 64 years. But yeah, happy birthday, happy Independence Day, happy new month, happy, happy, happy. And of course, I mostly do not do Afia TV Official alone. I'm here with Perpetual Njoko. Good morning, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
So I kind of pride myself in calling myself the surname specialist. And for your surname specialist, so like from your surname, I can guess the state you're from.
Okay,
so Njoku is not Anambra?
No.
Is either Abia or Imo?
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. Wow, you're the first person to break my jinx. What state is it?
Enugu State.
Njoku is Enugu State?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Aniri local government.
Njoku?
Yes.
Really? This is the first time. I need to do more research. Aniri people bear Njoku.
Yeah.
Are you fully Aniri?
Yes.
Your dad is from Aniri. Where's your mom from?
Same Aniri.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow, that's very exciting because my parents are both from Okija.
Oh.
Yeah, most times you don't get to see marriages where they are both from the same local government and all of that. That's actually rare. So wow, Njoku is Enugu State. Every day I learn new things every day. Thank you for breaking my jinx. Enugu people are just after my life. Well, let's move to the conversations that we have today. Like I said, today is Nigeria's birthday. Happy Independence to Nigeria. And we have a couple of notable politicians. Let me ask you, what do you think of Nigeria 64 before we go to the politicians and what they are saying?
Well. Yeah, I don't even know where to start from.
Say now, well. Say now, well.
All right. Nigeria at 64. Well, what I just have to say is that Nigeria will be great again.
Wow.
And I will be there to experience it.
Nigeria's greatness.
And to be part of the greatness. Once again, I just have to say, happy birthday, Nigeria. That's all I have to say.
I think that's a very positive way to look at it. My mantra this month, throughout the day, I've just been, anybody that says anything, I just say, God will keep us alive to see the end of this thing that you just said. Exactly. And that's the prayer I really like. Like you said, Nigeria will be great again and we'll be alive to witness it. We may be old,
but we'll still be alive.
So we say, things are getting better. Remember that time when I was young? Now things are getting better. That's the prayer. But let us start with Senator Akpabio's goodwill message or message to Nigeria. Let's read it. I like big shout out to all the media teams today. All the media teams, all the flyers I've been seeing, really beautiful. This flyer, really amazing. But it didn't really stick out to me. I'll show you the person's own that stuck out to me and everybody was talking about. But all the flyers today, graphic designers, you guys have cashed out. I think at this point in time, we should bill any graphic designer because they've cashed out massively. All the Independence Day flyers that we've been seeing this today has just been beautiful. Independence Day, New Month flyers, bill all the graphic designers, But yeah, let's take a look at Akpabio's goodwill message to Nigeria. As we mark this significant milestone in our nation's history, I urge all Nigerians to remain patient and hopeful. Despite the challenges we have faced, our resilience has always carried us through. I'm confident that with President Bola Tinubu's leadership and the work of the 10th National Assembly, our brightest days are ahead of us. Together, we build a prosperous nation that future generations will be proud of. Let's continue to support our leaders and celebrate the progress we've made. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria. His Excellency Senator Dr. Godswill Obot Akpabio, President of the Senate. It's not easy. I think the major thing is I urge all Nigerians to be remain patient and hopeful. And that has just been, literally, that is when you look at it, that's the mantra of this administration: renewed hope. Renewed hope, renewed hope, renewed hope, renewed hope.
That's actually what stood
you know,
out.
that's the whole thing. I urge all Nigerians to be patient, to remain patient and hopeful. That's the mantra of the whole thing. What do you think about this message?
Well, I
urge all Nigerians.
Same here with what you just said, because at this point, what we really need is patience and to trust God. Because local man cannot can.
Local man has refused to can. Local man saw the can in front and can't. Oh my goodness. Let's move to Atiku's goodwill message. I mean, I told you a lot of politicians giving us goodwill message. We've seen the Senate President's goodwill message. His own is that we should remain patient and hopeful. And Atiku's own is our landscape reflects a troubling decline in electoral credibility. It's a lot of English. So let's take a look at it. Let's read it. As we celebrate Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all Nigerians on this momentous occasion. This is not just a commemoration, but a tribute to the indomitable spirit and unwavering resolve of Nigerians who steadfastly believe in the potential of our homeland. And reflecting on this milestone, I'm reminded of how our nation has traversed numerous tumultuous phases, yet the tenacity of our patriotic citizens, bolstered by the solidarity of our international allies, has fortified our resolve as a resilient entity. English not too much for Nigeria like this. On this day, as we mark 64 years of nationhood, I take pride in the enduring establishment of the democracy in Nigeria. This anniversary represents the longest period of democratic governance in our history, a testament to our collective commitment. However, I must emphasize that while democracy has anchored our institutions in the principles of the rule of law, we have yet to achieve satisfactory progress in fostering political inclusivity and ensuring elections that are genuinely free and fair. Call on the political elite to unite in the noble mission of safeguarding our democracy from the brink of authoritarianism. Atiku. Our founding fathers united under a common cause, championing our independence through peaceful political activism. What we celebrate today is the fruition of their collective endeavors and those of subsequent generations. It is deeply regrettable that our current landscape reflects a troubling decline in electoral credibility, increasingly manipulated by those in power. Our political milieu has become corrosive, opposition parties languish in weakness, while the ruling party appears to manipulate internal processes to render them ineffectual. Nigeria teeters on the brink of a one-party dictatorship, and it is incumbent upon all politicians and statesmen of integrity to rise and reclaim our democracy from the encroaching shadows of oppression. In closing, I make an impassioned appeal to political leaders across all party lines. Let us forge a formidable coalition, one that will provide Nigerians with a credible opposition capable of steering our beloved nation towards a promising future. AA, #October 1. In summary, he's just basically talking about, I think the major things you take, the summary of this is, because the English is so much, you want me to choke? But I think the two major things he was talking about here is, we are heading towards a one-party dictatorship in Nigeria. It's looking like APC is just going to be the only ruling party, and it was APC and PDP for a long time. Now it's looking like APC is going to be the only ruling party. APGA is just looking like it's going to be in Anambra State. And the way it's looking, it might leave Anambra State. Labour Party is just in one, which is Afia State. And the way it's looking, we're seeing APC and PDP. APC has more states than even PDP currently, I think. So now it's really kind of shaky. What we're seeing is really shaky. So that's his major point. And then the second one, which is obviously electoral credibility, which is still kind of more or less the same to potato. Talking about the electoral credibility, all the shaky that we've been seeing in the past elections and whatnot. I mean, what do you make of his statements?
I feel at some point I got the fact that he was trying to also talk about the electoral process and how it was maneuvered. A lot of things went wrong, and so he was just trying to say that there are still more to be done. So I just feel that we are not there yet, although we've done the elections and the parties have taken their candidates, but we are still not there yet.
You seem like a very positive person. Is it your name? Is it because your name is Perpetual?
My name is also Ndidi Amaka. My native name is Ndidi Amaka.
So, seem like a very positive
patience
person.
Is a virtue.
It really is a virtue. It really is. You know, let me tell you a joke. So when we were growing up, like at home, my brothers like to eat. Do you understand? And so I'll be like, wait. Like, you just finished cooking, and then you're like, give me food. And I'll be like, patience is a virtue. And then my brother will be like, what's my business if patience is a virgin? That was the first time he heard it. So what he heard was, patience is a virgin instead of patience is a virtue. So like, that thing just changed. So anytime I hear this patience is a virtue, what comes to my mind is patience is a virgin. So yeah, well, I like how positive you are, but like we're seeing, I think Nigeria, the theme of Nigeria, it has to be that patience is really a virgin. So yeah, like I think, so I was talking about graphic designers, Atiku Abubakar's graphics, this particular election today, October's independence was really beautiful. A lot of people were saying that he looks like a pastor in the ones we've seen. Wow. And I love that they use different pictures of him. Every single one, different pictures. These are just basically like snippets of everything that he said, but all of the flyers. Yeah. Big shout out to the graphics guy that worked on Atiku's October 1st post, because this is really beautiful. Big shout out to them. This looks so good, like every single one ate. But let's take a look at some of the comments. As we reflect on our journey since gaining liberty, it is crucial to acknowledge both the achievements and the setbacks that have shaped our collective experience. Democracy is not an achievement, and we cannot measure ourselves to the perimeter of democracy alone at 64 years. Trillions of dollars have been harvested from the land, but nothing to show for it for 64 years. Good morning, Ms. Atiku Abubakar. Happy Independence, Your Excellency, but where is the Igbo representation? Thanks for bringing APC to power. We can't be celebrating when we can't be independent. We can't even feed ourselves, not talk of buying things that our lives need. Please, sir, support P2B for presidency 2027. That way we can take back Nigeria from the APC government. Wow, people should rest. I don't know if that is going
that was deep.
That was deep, you know. Everybody's saying the one that is doing them. But speaking of P2B, P2B is the third politician that we're going to look at. We like call it birthday message, but it's goodwill message to Nigerians. And his own is, this day should be a sober reflection for Nigerians. Let's read PO's post. Let's read PO's post. So now, the beginning of this is anniversary celebrations, whether for an individual or a country, offer opportunities to reflect on memories, celebrate accomplishments, look toward the future, and express gratitude. This is exactly what we are doing today as our dear nation marks its 64th independence anniversary. It's now 64 years since Nigeria took charge of its destiny and embarked on the journey towards development as a sovereign nation. Today is a day to appreciate God for abundantly blessing us with natural, human, and material resources to build a great nation. However, for me, this should also be a day of sober reflection for every Nigerian, especially for us, the leaders, whose actions and inactions have contributed to the stagnation and glaring failures we are witnessing at present. As the saying goes, an unexamined life is not worth living. We must therefore examine ourselves in the light of our nation's journey over the past 6 decades. Have we lifted our people out of poverty, or have we driven more into it? Have we made education accessible to every Nigerian child, or have we allowed an army of over 18 million out-of-school children to roam the streets? Have we built a productive economy, or have we created a nation with the worst debt profile in its history? By every measure of development, from the critical areas to the smallest aspects, we are underperforming, we rank poorly in security and peacefulness, making us one of the most insecure nations globally. We are also ranked among the most corrupt countries, and we are noted for our disregard for the rule of law. When we compare ourselves to countries that gained independence around the same time, before or after us, Nigeria stands out as a nation in decline, urgently in need of rescue from further decay. On this day, therefore, we must make a solemn commitment to build a nation that is truly independent from the state capture that has dragged it into failure and kept its people in suffering. We must create a nation free from tribal disunity and religious disharmony. We must build a new and productive Nigeria that prioritizes the well-being of its citizens. That is the independence we should celebrate as a nation whose greatness remains possible.
Wow.
P-O. Wow, I mean,
nice one.
Nice one, well written, no graphics, Mr. President. Why? You know, I'm here for the graphics now. I've been eating up all the graphics I've been seeing today. I've been eating it up, so no graphics from P2B. I don't know why. You know the crazy thing, even the presidency didn't give us graphics.
Yeah. They're just there.
I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed because I really loved the graphics of our first lady on her birthday. That's the president posted. It was really nice. Posted at 12 a.m. I still love that. He posted it 12 a.m. Just woke up, saw the president's post, you know, my darling Oluremi. I say, love, love. 2024 hard for single people. But yeah, we've not seen any graphics for Happy Birthday to Nigeria from presidency yet, but it's well. We got a presidential message, you know, this morning, 7 a.m. The standard time of the president. Everything we do in Nigeria, 7 a.m. So if you're waking up less than 7 a.m., you're not supposed to be in this country. But yeah, so I think PO's basic message, to summarize PO's basic message is we should reflect in Nigeria. We should do a lot of reflection. There are a lot of things that we should do, not just for the country, but even personal reflection. A lot of people say that our problem, Nigerians, we are our own problems. Like we are the ones that cause problems for ourselves. We are wicked. We are always blaming our leaders, but we are also really wicked people. Do you agree?
Well, actually,
Ndiamaka, you are too positive. You are too, this is what they call toxic positivity. What is this? Relax. There's no gun to your head. There's like, I wish you guys can see the set. There's no gun to this girl's head. You are not, relax.
Just give me the message again. Like, give me the question again.
So now, this is the question. And don't put any toxic positivity. I push you away from it. But yeah, I'm asking you basically, a lot of people say that Nigerians, we are our own worst enemies. Nigerians are wicked to themselves. There are a lot of things that, you know, we are the ones that are causing problems for ourselves. It's not just, yes, the government self know they try, but we by ourselves for ourselves. We are also causing problems for ourselves. Do you agree with that?
Well, I agree 50% because at some point, there are still some things that we do that we can actually do better.
Yeah, true.
Because let's take, for instance, down here in the East, there are things that are hiked, like abnormally hiked. When you go out of the East now, you see that those prices, as in the difference is always much. So I just feel that there are some things that we do to ourselves that are not okay.
Yeah.
For instance, now, it's obvious that once there is rainfall in Enugu, keke people, commercial bus drivers, they'll hike their prices. Which is bad, because if you're with the hike in transportation fares now, if you're with exactly the amount you're supposed to spend each day on transportation, you find out that you'll be stranded. So that is number one thing that we do that we need to revisit.
Yeah,
we need to be sober.
We need to be yes. Like people have said, we need sober reflection on things like that. Yeah. Because I remember when my mind really opened to how we have our own problems was during the COVID lockdown. When they say lockdown will start tomorrow, these goods that you've had in your shop since yesterday, they say lockdown will start tomorrow, everybody hiked their prices because they knew everybody was desperate and wanted to buy and all of that. So it's
and didn't have any other option.
And didn't have any other option. So it's crazy. We can be our own problems a lot of times, a whole lot of times. And I hope that, you know, it gets better. But then, if your country is corrupt, a lot of times people are being pushed by the corruption in the country, by the hardship in the country. Everybody's trying to use, when they say woo to the answer, like everybody's trying to use smart work and just bring their head out of water. So if things were better, I feel like the quality or the behavior of Nigerians would also be better. If things were better, I feel like Nigerians would also be better. As country bend, why some Nigerians take bend, you know. It's in a condition I make crayfish bend.
And if you can't beat them,
you join them, my dear. If you can't beat them, you join them. Or you report them to people that can beat them. So a couple of comments here for P2B say, social media presido. Singapore is a perfect and good example. The only difference between Nigeria and Singapore is just our skin color. You may be right, but the fact remains that you were also part of the problem of Nigeria. You're a former governor. Everything you claimed you know now should have been done when you were a governor. A lot of people agree or would say that he was a good governor during his time. I read this comment section and I shake head. The speech alone can instigate the change of nation. But trust me, Nigerians are in love with their slave chains, especially the youth, who don't like truth, but you are living the truth every day, suffering and praising your oppressors. You were governor of Anambra State for 8 years. What significant achievement did you make? The Lulu raised to 100. I've noticed one pattern with this man. He only has negative things to talk about Nigeria since after losing woefully in last general elections. Very unpatriotic behavior, and he still wants to govern the same country. I've noticed one same comments. it is well, really, it is well. I mean, let us just do the sober reflection like P.O. has said. Now, finally, I think one of the things that is still trending, and brother, even if you look to the left, it's VDM. If you look to the right, it's Bobrisky. If you look up, it's Palano. If you look down, it's lawsuits. Everywhere you go, is this whole Bobrisky and whatever saga. I know this babe here is suffering from toxic positivity, so obviously she doesn't know about this. And I'm sure a lot of you at home too are also suffering from maybe social media blindness and you don't know what's going on. But yeah, VDM. So I said VDM. So VDM posted an incriminating voice recording that he had of Bobrisky confessing to a lot of crimes. That's the origin. He was confessing to a lot of crimes. Not confessing to a lot of crimes, actually. Saying his own side of the story. Saying what happened to him. You know, doing his own story time. Get ready with me while I tell you what I did 6 months for the 6 months in jail. Basically, to put it in TikTok, that's basically the voice notes or the voice recording that VDM posted. And when he posted it, he said that he did not stay a day in jail. When they sentenced him to jail, because we already know he was sentenced to jail for 6 months and had to pay a fine. When they sentenced him to jail, his godfather called him, according to Bobrisky, called him and told him, you're not going to sleep in jail. Let me arrange an apartment for you. Wow. Now, the NCOS, that's Nigerian Correctional Service, came out and said that truly he had to stay in a VIP section of the prison, which is not new. It happens. Yeah. Whenever there is an inmate who probably has like a serious health condition or could be faced with serious sexual or physical violence, they remove him from the hardened criminals. Yeah. Do you understand? So that they will not wound him, that kind of thing. So they say, yes, there is indeed. If Bobrisky had stayed where other inmates were staying, they don't do and waiting no good. So they agreed to that. And now NCOS also said that they suspended the officers that were involved with Bobrisky. Said they suspended them. Then we also heard that it's audio suspension, it's social media suspension. They just said it just because. But NCOS has now come out to reaffirm that we suspended them true. This is not audio, this is not audio and all of that. Let's take a look at a couple of comments. This one said, this one not putting helpers in trouble. Wahala. Is Bobrisky's consistency for me. That she-boy has just been trending non-stop. Every case he gets involved in must be a Z-World movie. Shana still social media suspension. Use your mouth, finish yourself. Maybe he's sleeping with them for real. You suspended who represented you at the assembly. Bobrisky just do one hotel room, they chill with his godfather. Bobrisky country and past normal celebrity for this country. That human deserves an award. But one of them said it was social media suspension. Who are we to believe now? Very Dark Man vs. Bobrisky matter comes sweet past BB Nigeria this year. Arrest Bob Button. Now Bobrisky godfather go use him hand. Later puts Idris for prison. I mean, what's your take on the whole Bobrisky, Very Dark Man, Sega, and all of that?
Well, I just feel they are trying to trend. They just want to trend.
Yeah.
So that's just it. And very soon we'll hear another news, and that will be the end.
And that will be the end of it, really and truly. I agree that it is things for trend, but people have different opinions of Very Dark Man. Yeah. People have different opinions of Bobrisky, and I don't like to be the person that is like, oh, we have other serious issues. I think that even if we have other serious issues, if there is a minor one, still settle it, because that minor one can and might lead to a serious issue. So I don't want to be the person that is, we have other serious issues, I beg, leave Bobrisky, leave Very Dark Man. If this is truly something that is happening, if people can get away with, escaping, because it's actually illegal. Yes, you can get a VIP section if you're faced with violence of any kind, but for the fact that you are not staying in prison at all, that's supposed to be illegal. So if we say, oh, they're just trying to trend, I agree, because if we calm down, later, nothing will happen at the end of the day, but it would still be good if something would be done about it. It would still be good. It won't be bad.
And the VDM guy is always showing himself.
Oh, you think he's showing himself?
He's always trying to poke his nose into people's affairs.
People say he's bold.
He just left prison like a few months ago.
Yeah. Oh my God, he just left prison a few months ago. But people are really, people think he's bold. He was at House of Reps I think yesterday or the first day, and he was saying if he has any video, he post about everybody. People think he's bold, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it's good to see. But I genuinely hope that we're not faced with somebody who is giving us what it is not. In the sense that, oh, but VDM is, he's bold, it's for the people. Tomorrow, we can't see evidence. Do you understand? We can't see evidence, or we'll see another thing that's not supposed to be. I always hope for the best. I have toxic believing in people. I always see the good in everybody. I always want to believe that it will end well. But if it doesn't, God will keep us alive till then. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, Perpetual Njoku. I should have guessed Perpetual. Perpetual, is any good place to be a Perpetual?
Perpetual is not.
I want to stereotype you so bad. Don't mind me. But thank you so much, Perpetual Njoku, for joining me. You're a program officer. How's that like?
Well, we do a lot of things. Actually, I was a program officer.
Okay.
So
what do you do
I worked
now?
with an NGO.
Oh, okay.
So right now I work with Blue Tag.
Okay.
Tech firm.
Oh, okay. You're in tech
I work
now.
as their compliance officer.
Wow, women in tech. Love it. Love it so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And of course, to you, our viewers, thank you so much for watching Afia TV Official today. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms at Afia TV Official. And of course, on YouTube, it is Afia Entertainment. Happy Independence Day once again. And of course, a very happy new month. Welcome to the last quarter of 2024. My name is Favor Obi'S. Enjoy the rest of your day.